With spring in full swing and summer on the way, more and more motorcycles are emerging out on the roads. Conditions may seem perfect for taking out the bike for a drive, but according to the Wisconsin State Patrol, motorcycle owners should be aware that this time of year is one of the more dangerous times for motorcycles to be on the road. State Trooper Lynn Colson says that he has had many personal experiences with motorcycle accidents as a motor officer, and while he knows that motorcycles are fun to ride, he also knows that they can be very dangerous.
A lot of times people think that it's like riding a bicycle, but it's not. It's pretty easy to get on the motorcycle, put it in gear, and get it in motion, but there's so many other things that go along with it. Another fact with motorcycles that I see, and I fall into that category myself, is that it's so much fun to ride. And you see the countryside, and you see the sky, the countryside, and you have a tendency not to concentrate on what you're doing. And it's very easy to lose concentration because you're having so much fun riding. But there's not a lot of room on a motorcycle for mistakes.
According to the Wisconsin Department of Transportation's yearly fatality report, anywhere between 80 and 110 motorcycle drivers and riders are killed each year in the state. In just the 5 months we've had in 2015, there have already been 18 fatalities from motorcycle accidents, not including any fatalities of vehicle drivers also included in these accidents. 9 of those fatalities have occurred in the month of May alone, the most recent of which resulted in the death of an unnamed 27-year-old on May 15th in Racine, Wisconsin. The report also states that on average, 150 to 200 people are injured each month in motorcycle accidents across the state. Exact statistics on the number of injuries in 2015 have not yet been released. Colson says that there are a number of factors that contribute to this increase in accidents occurring this time of year, the biggest being that other drivers simply do not see motorcycles approaching them on the road.
The biggest factor that I've seen is that they don't see motorcycles. They just are not looking for them. And whether that's they're thinking of something else or they're not expecting to see a motorcycle. They're at a stop sign, they look left, and the motorcycle's approaching, but they don't see it for some reason.
Colson says there are other big factors that contribute to the motorcycle accident increase this time of year that drivers and riders should be aware of.
A big factor with motorcycle riders is speed. They're driving too fast. They're not wearing their helmet. They're inexperienced riders. I see especially a lot of young drivers, or riders I should say, on these sport bikes. There's a lot of power on a sport bike and they go way too fast, and what I like to say is they override their abilities. I mean, if they're popping wheelies and they're going 100 miles an hour, obviously that it's dangerous.
According to the Wisconsin Department of Transportation, Wisconsin does not require drivers or riders to wear a helmet unless they are under 18 years of age or are holding an instructional permit. However, they do require all drivers and riders to wear eye protection while on the road. University of Wisconsin-Eau Claire student Jeff Teedy says that he has been riding motorcycles with his father since he was 8 years old, and he bought his own when he was 16. He says he agrees that motorcycle drivers need to be aware that it is dangerous to be on the road this time of year.
This is probably the worst time of year to be riding. Just after winter, there's a lot of salt on the roads. It's a very dangerous sport, but a lot of people love what they do. It's just the biggest thing is I think there needs to be more awareness for riders and people on the roads all around.
Teedy says he thinks there are a few things that motorcycle drivers can do to keep themselves safe and out of harm's way.
I think the biggest thing is just blind spots. Motorcycle drivers can actually do more by trying to stay out of blind spots where you're riding, what side of the road you're on. There's a lot of different things you can and people should do.
The month of May is Motorcycle Safety Awareness Month, and Colson says there are programs in the area where drivers can learn more about motorcycle safety and awareness. He says the closest program that he knows of is through Chippewa Valley Technical College right here in Eau Claire.
My son went through that, it's probably been about 7 or 8 years ago, but they do a great job in teaching you the fundamentals on how to ride a motorcycle, how to not just how to get the motorcycle in motion, but how to stop it, how to turn, things that you need to be aware of on the road. things of that nature, but they do a great job. And I know Harley Davidson has a program too and it could be for anybody. It could be for men, women, young people, older people that are interested in riding. But the Chippewa Valley Tech course is good. I can speak from personal experience.
Colson urges anyone currently driving or interested in driving a motorcycle to make sure their skills are up to par before hitting the road to ensure their safety.
I love to see people get out there and ride motorcycle. It's a great hobby. It's a great sport, but you have to take it seriously. It's keep your skills up to par. Take courses. I know as a motor officer with the State Patrol, we're constantly going to training for it because it's a dangerous thing. And the better rider you are, the safer you're going to be.
Reporting for InsideEC.net, I'm Kayla Menzie.